Lesson 21. I'd rather not say. Page 52. Conversation. A. Listen, Emily is applying for a marketing position. Why does she think she is suitable for the job? What question doesn't she answer?
So tell me, why do you want to work in marketing?
Well, I took 2 courses in marketing at college and really enjoyed them.
I see. What skills do you have that would be useful for a career in marketing?
I developed communication and leadership skills while working at Mesa Design for 3 months.
I see that here. Why only 3 months?
I'd rather not say. I'll just say it wasn't the right company for me.
All right. How are your computer skills?
Excellent. I can use all the main programs, and I taught myself web design.
Page 53. Listening. A and B.
So let's continue our interview. Why are you interested in this job?
I'm a people person.
Are you okay working the night shift?
Actually, no. I have class in the morning, so I can only work in the afternoon.
That's okay. We have several positions available.
Oh, good. I can work any afternoon except Wednesdays.
What are some things you are good at?
I'm good with computers, and I'm also good with languages. I speak Spanish and a little Japanese.
What are your salary expectations?
I'd prefer not to say if that's okay. I'm sure I'll be fine with the standard salary.
Okay.
I assume we can talk about salary later?
Oh, of course. Let's go on to our next question. How would someone describe you?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Take your time.
People say I have a lot of confidence and that I'm very organized.
Well, that's good. And what is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness? I think that I work too hard.
You work too hard?
Yes. Sometimes I don't take enough time for me.
I understand.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
I was wondering if...
Lesson 22. It could be an ad for... Page 54. Conversation. A. Listen, what does John think the ad is for? What does Amanda say makes an effective ad?
What do you think this ad could be for?
I'm not sure. It looks like it could be for shampoo.
Shampoo? Maybe. I think it's probably for hair coloring.
That's possible. Or I wonder if it's advertising cosmetics.
Whatever it is, I don't think it's very effective. It needs to be more clear. What do you think makes a good advertisement?
Ads don't need to say much to be effective. They need to be simple and direct.
Page 54. Conversation. C. Listen. Write the 3 extra sentences you hear in the conversation. Practice the new conversation.
What do you think this ad could be for?
I'm not sure. It looks like it could be for shampoo, doesn't it?
Shampoo? Maybe. I think it's probably for hair coloring. I'm not sure.
That's possible. Or I wonder if it's advertising cosmetics. It's hard to tell.
Whatever it is, I don't think it's very effective. It needs to be more clear. What do you think makes a good advertisement?
Ads don't need to say much to be effective. They need to be simple and direct.
Page 55. Pronunciation. A. Listen and practice. Notice how the final sounds t, d, p, b, k, and g are not fully pronounced before other consonant sounds. 1,
Credit card.
2,
Taxicab company.
3,
Food court.
4,
Silk jacket.
5,
Cheap clothes.
6.
Dog food.
Lesson 23. The main reason is page 56. Conversation. A. Listen. Why are fewer people buying books at Phil's bookstore? What changes has he made?
How's the store doing, Phil?
Well, I've made some changes. People are buying fewer and fewer books from bookstores these days.
But why is that?
The main reason is that it's so easy to shop online and buy ebooks.
So what changes have you made?
We are bringing in authors for book signings.
That's a great idea.
People like to meet authors and hear them read.
That's true. People can't do that online.
Yes, and we've just opened this coffee shop.
Page 56. Conversation. C. Listen. Write the 3 extra sentences you hear in the conversation. Practice the new conversation.
How's the store doing, Phil? It looks different.
Well, I've made some changes. People are buying fewer and fewer books from bookstores these days.
But why is that? Are people reading less?
The main reason is that it's so easy to shop online and buy ebooks.
So what changes have you made?
We are bringing in authors for book signings.
That's a great idea.
People like to meet authors and hear them read.
That's true. People can't do that online.
Yes, and we've just opened this coffee shop. Let's get a cup.
Page 57. Pronunciation. A. Listen and practice. Notice how some vowel sounds are linked with a w or y sound. 1,
How is your bookstore doing?
2,
We try and bring in authors.
3,
Say, let's go and have a cup of coffee.
4,
As we all know, people are buying fewer books.
Page 57. Pronunciation. B. Listen. Write the correct linked sound below. W or y.
Do you know if Bree is going to go and buy a book before class?
Lesson 24. It needs a good location. Page 58. Conversation. A. Listen. What things does Carmen think are important for starting a cafe? What doesn't she think is important?
I really want to open my own cafe.
What do you need to run a successful cafe?
It needs a good location, like near a school, so I can get business from students.
That's a good idea. Is it necessary to have low prices?
Definitely. The prices have to be affordable. It must have free wireless internet, too.
Do you think you might need a more original idea?
No, I just need to sell quality coffee.
I hope you're right. So what are you going to name it?
Name? I haven't thought of one.
Page 59. Listening. A. Listen to the beginning of an interview with a TV talk show host and the author of the book Running a Small Business. Mark the statements T, true, or F, false.
Hello, and thanks for joining me on this week's show. I'm your host, Jillian Chisholm, and here with me today is Adam Brown, author of the new book, Running a Small Business. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Thanks for having me.
So what's important in running a small business?
Every business is different. What is necessary to run a restaurant will be different from what is needed to run an internet cafe or an electronics store. For example, some people say that location is everything. We hear location, location, location. That may be important for a restaurant or a hair salon, but not for all businesses. Word of mouth can make a restaurant in an inconvenient location a success. And the best location in the world won't help a poorly run business, no matter what.
So is there anything that you can say is true for all businesses?
Yes, all businesses need to have great customer service and quality products.
Page 59. Listening. B. Listen to the rest of the interview. What does every business need to do to be successful?
I have 3 things that I talk about in the first chapter of my book. The most important thing to remember is that for any business, you need to make as much money as you can from what you sell or the service you provide. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how often people don't do this. One way to do it is to upsell.
Upsell?
To upsell is to sell other things in addition to your main product. For example, coffee shops sell tea, juice, cookies, and more. They upsell other products besides coffee.
That's great advice.
The second thing is to keep costs down. Low costs help increase the money you make. You might find cheaper ways to do things. Do some things yourself. There are many, many things you can do. Use your imagination. The third thing is to pay your employees well.
Pay your employees well, but that's adding costs.
I thought you might say that. If you pay your employees less, you might make more money in the short term, but believe me, employees won't work for you long.
I hope my boss is listening. Do you hear that?
It's really...
Sorry, but I have to interrupt for 1 minute as I need to go to a commercial break. I'll be back with Adam Brown after this short break.